Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Responsible, prioritized, compassionate, caring, fiscal stewardship, recognizing that we have to live within our means while providing for a great educational system and making sure that the most vulnerable are taken care of. This budget does both. This budget represents an increase in spending from last year's budget of almost $600 million. It is a budget that in fact spends $28.3 billion. And it spends almost $10 billion in state revenue on public education, pre-K through grade 12. It also spends about $11 billion in state revenue on those programs for the most vulnerable, including those with intellectual disabilities, those in need of long-term care, of about $11 billion. And keep in mind, when we spend that money in this budget, it is money that is coming from the hardworking taxpayers of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. The personal income tax, we take 3.07% from people's paychecks, and it represents, on the revenue side of the budget, $11.8 billion. And our consumption taxes, including the 6% sales tax we charge for every transaction on particular items, represents total about $10.5 billion, and the sales tax alone, $9.2 billion. On the businesses that we want to have in Pennsylvania, employers that we want to be here to provide family-sustaining jobs for our citizens so that they can pay their personal income taxes and sales taxes, we also take approximately $5 billion annually from those employers. The $28.3 billion is coming from the taxpayers of Pennsylvania, and we, the legislators of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, have the honor, obligation, and privilege to prioritize in a responsible manner how we spend their hard-earned money. This budget is a blueprint for good governance. This budget is in fact a document that represents responsible governing in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. It does not increase taxes. It lives within its means, yet it provides the highest level ever of state tax dollars for public education at close to $10 billion. And in addition, it provides for the most vulnerable. Our Medicaid population, including long-term care, including those with intellectual disabilities, including those with physical disabilities. Why? Because this body, this group of legislators, in the end, is both responsible and recognizes their fiscal stewardship role, but is also compassionate and caring, and wants to make sure that every dollar spent of taxpayers' dollars is being wisely used. Keep in mind that with respect to public education, The reduction in state taxes for public education started under the prior administration when there became a reliance on federal stimulus borrowed money. That money left, and everybody knew it was going to be gone. And since we have come back into the majority, we have steadily increased our spending on pre-K to 12 public education in state tax dollars. And we are doing it in a manner that lives within our means, just like families and businesses across the state of Pennsylvania. And in the end, I might tell you that those big, bad businesses that some folks like to rail against, in the end, our neighbors, yours and mine, are employed by those large and small employers, and they are folks that are coming home day after day and providing for their families, making sure that they are contributing at work to get good product and service to the market, and doing their job with pride, and making sure that, in fact, they're paying their taxes on time, and that they're raising their family in a good community and good school. And they do that because they have employers that are here in Pennsylvania. In the end, businesses are about people and about making sure we have family-sustaining jobs. This is, without a doubt, a responsible blueprint that could go to the governor's desk, and it would tell all the citizens of Pennsylvania we are in fact meeting our constitutional obligation to allow a budget to once again be done on time, and to be done in a caring manner where we prioritize needs while making sure we are respectful to taxpayers. Nobody could ask more from a group that is charged with making laws to administer the public policy and affairs of the good citizens of Pennsylvania. This is what we were charged to do, and I'm honored today to be standing in support of really a truly responsible budget. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.